Hey everyone, it's Alyse here from Race for RP with the driver of the number 127 car for Ferrari Challenge. This is Lisa Clark. Lisa, how are you today?
Doing great.
Awesome. So how did you get started in racing? How did this world just fall into your lap like this?
Yeah, well, for me, growing up with just a dad in the desert in Arizona, we were in desert motorsport stuff really at a young age. So when I was 10, I had my first dirt bike, and kind of my weekends were spent riding sand rails and dune buggies and dirt bikes in the desert with my dad. And then really the transition came later in life when my daughters got old enough to where I was able to start kind of playing a little bit, and really that introduction came through Ferrari to even know that I could drive a car on a racetrack.
Awesome, that's so wonderful. So what was your actual first car, and how does it relate to the one that you're driving here today?
It was a F-150 short bed Ford truck in high school that my dad let me use. And then the first one that we were able to get that I could call my own was a Jeep. So it didn't run, it was down the street. A couple was getting a divorce, and my dad said, you know what, if you pay half, I'll pay half. So we towed it home, and then the whole summer we rebuilt the engine together. So I learned a lot about engines and everything that summer, and yeah, it was my first car.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great story. So you actually have one of my favorite liveries on the track. There's a lot of charitable causes throughout the car. Would you mind explaining some of your favorites or what they mean to you?
Well, first and foremost are my dear friends, Nancy and Neil Langberg. And Race for RP, they're dear to a lot of people in the paddock's hearts, and it's a great cause, and I'm very happy to be a part of, so that's awesome for me.
Yeah.
Children's Burn Foundation is something that I'm involved with a little too. You know, that's something that's a painful thing to see young kids go through. So yeah, I think, you know, for all of us to be able to draw attention to something to help others is really, you know, we're racing as amateurs here. So it's important that I think to draw that for other people to see what's out there in the world. And if there's any way you can give back in whatever you do, you should try.
Wow, that's some really great advice from Lisa Clark. Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time with us and for being such a great supporter of Race for RP. We love watching you on the track. Keep inspiring us, especially, oh my gosh, I'm Lisa's biggest fan. So thank you so much, Lisa.
All right, thanks again. Thank you.